In the history of motorsport, one name stands alone. A racer so versatile, so fearless, that he conquered not one, but two of the most dangerous disciplines on the planet. He was a world champion on 2 wheels and 4. This is the extraordinary story of John Surtees, the only man to claim the highest crown in both motorcycle racing and Formula One. Born in 1934, John Surtees grew up surrounded by engines. His father ran a motorcycle shop, and from a young age he was hooked. But John wasn't just another kid who loved speed. He had a gift that would soon make him a legend. By his teenage years, Surtees was already making a name for himself in the motorcycle world. He debuted in professional racing at just 15, and by the age of 21, he was riding for the legendary MV Agusta team. What followed was motorcycling dominance. Between 1956 and 1960, John Surtees won 7 motorcycle world championships, dominating the 500cc and 350cc classes. He was precise, aggressive, and fearless, defeating the best riders of his time, including Jeff Duke and Mike Halewood. But Surtees wasn't just satisfied with being the best on 2 wheels. He wanted a new challenge. He wanted 4. Most thought it was madness. A motorcycle champion trying to take on the world's best in Formula One? Impossible. But John Surtees wasn't like most people. He made his debut in 1960 with Team Lotus, and in only his second Grand Prix at Silverstone, he finished second. The message was clear. Surtees wasn't here to play, he was here to win. By 1963, he was recruited by the greatest name in motorsport, Ferrari. Under the watchful eye of Enzo Ferrari, Surtees developed into a true Formula One contender. Then came 1964, the year that would define his legacy. In a fierce championship battle against Graham Hill and Jim Clark, Surtees needed a miracle in the final race, the Mexican Grand Prix. Clark led, Hill was struggling, and Surtees, he needed just one thing: help. And it came from an unlikely source, his teammate, Lorenzo Bandini. On the final lap, Bandini let Surtees through to take second place, just enough to steal the championship from Hill.
I honestly think that Graham made a mistake and left the door open and tried to close it too late, and that was it. But it was a natural enough mistake, considering that suddenly he had this other car appear, which in turn was me. And I was the one he was really racing against. He didn't have to race against Bandini. It was unfortunate, because frankly I would much rather have passed him and got it rather than have things said.
And just like that, John Surtees became the 1964 Formula One world champion. He had done the impossible, the first and only man to win world titles on both 2 wheels and 4. But even champions face setbacks. In 1966, after a heated dispute with Enzo Ferrari, Surtees left the team mid-season, a move that many believe cost him another championship. Despite flashes of brilliance with Honda and BRM, Surtees never again had a title-winning car, but his legend was already secured. Even after retiring from Formula One, Surtees couldn't walk away from racing. He founded the Surtees Racing Organization, developing cars for Formula 2 and Formula One. And beyond his own racing, he helped shape the future of the sport, mentoring young talent, including a young James Hunt, who would go on to win his own championship in 1976. But motorsport, for all its glory, is also cruel. In 2009, John Surtees suffered an unthinkable loss. His son, Henry Surtees, was killed in a tragic Formula 2 accident. Despite his grief, Surtees turned his pain into purpose, dedicating his later years to improving safety in motorsport, ensuring future generations would race in a safer world. His contributions to racing didn't go unnoticed. In 2008, he was awarded a CBE for his services to motorsport. And though many believed he deserved knighthood, it wasn't until after his passing that the world fully grasped the scale of his achievements. Even in his later years, Surtees never stopped working, never stopped pushing. A racer to the very end, he passed away in 2017 at the age of 83. But his legacy? It will never fade. 7 motorcycle world championships, a Formula One world championship, the only man to ever do it. John Surtees wasn't just a champion, he was a pioneer, a master of two worlds, a legend who defied limits. Join us next time as we dive into the thrilling and often tragic tales of motorsport legends, exploring the stories that defined an era and the drivers who dared to dream.